I really wanted to put this video out as soon as possible, so I binge watched the whole series in a night and then got straight to work on this review. Therefore, if I sound tired, now you know why. Let's just hope it's actually worth it this time, and I, get more attention than the last time I tried to cover a book that got turned into a Netflix series. As kind of mentioned before, 13 Reasons Why hit Netflix not too long ago, and there's definitely a lot to say about the show. However, like many things, it is best to take a step back and give some background information first. So, for those who don't know, the show is based on a young adult novel written by Jay Asher and originally published in 2007. As someone who read the book, I would summarize it for you like this. Basically, a high school girl named Hannah Baker decides she's going to kill herself. As chronicled across 13 cassette tapes she decides to leave behind, her life felt like it was heading in a deadly downward spiral, and there are ultimately 13 reasons why she does it. As for the cassette tapes, not only do they discuss the life of Hannah, but are dedicated to each of the people who ruined her life. We follow our protagonist, Clay Jensen, as he listens to them one lonely night and learns not only the truth of Hannah's final days, but what part he played in her tragic life. So yeah, a girl committing suicide and then leaving behind recordings to address those who hurt her? Right off the bat, we have a pretty strange premise and pretty heavy material to deal with. Fortunately, the Netflix series does a great job of adapting the material and especially of not shying away from uncomfortable themes like bullying, sexual harassment, depression, and of course, suicide. That of course brings me to two questions I am sure everyone is probably asking. Number one, just how faithful is the adaptation? And number two, is the show worth watching? In regards to number one, I would say that the show did a great job of both following the book and changing/adding things in. For instance, while the book all took place during one night, the show is fleshed out over several weeks. However, this works well to not only give us more content, but to also show us some more long-term effects of Hannah's passing and the changes of the other characters over time. Another change is that while the Hannah of the book was seemingly a perfect narrator and the people from her tapes were painted as pure villains, the show isn't afraid to add more dimensions to the characters. Sometimes Hannah is wrong about how she saw events take place, and while the other characters may not be justified in things they do, we at least get to see more of why they do things. There are of course many more changes in the adaptation, but to say anything else would potentially lead to spoilers. All I will say is that I am really impressed with how the people behind the show were able to turn a 288-page book into 13 one-hour episodes and yet keep a consistent story going. I mean heck, they add in some new stuff that really kept me guessing, and I'll admit that there is still some stuff that is a mystery to me. That brings us to question number two, and whether the show is worth watching. Well, as always, I can only speak for myself, but I personally really like the show. I thought the adaptation was great, and that the story held up pretty good as a multi-episode TV series. Could this be a bias because I previously read the book and enjoyed it? Perhaps. I mean, I can admit that the show has its flaws and may not be for everyone. For instance, maybe not everyone will dig the whole high school teen drama setting of the show. Others may go crazy at the main character Clay every time he stops listening to the tapes to deal with the world around him. And still, others may not appreciate the whole dead girl leaves behind tapes where she blames others for her suicide concept. In fact, I've already seen quite a bit of criticism over this in regards to not only the show, but the original book itself, calling 13 Reasons Why a fetishism of depression and a glorification of suicide. Personally, I think people who say this miss the point about actions and consequences and how we all affect the people around us in ways we can't even imagine, and noticing when people are calling out for help, but to each their own, I guess. So all in all, what I have to say is this. 13 Reasons Why is a show that in my opinion deserves attention. I remember reading the book and being really impressed with how real it was and how interesting the concept was. Likewise, I feel that the show does a great job of bringing the story to life and capturing the feeling of the book. Is it a serious show with dark subject matter? Yes. Is it depressing to watch as everything unfolds and plays out? Also yes. But if you're the type of person who enjoys mystery and can handle the heavy stuff and the melancholy, then I think you should check this out. But hey, that's just my opinion. And remember, don't take anything I say too seriously. After all, I'm just a wannabe reviewer. Thanks for watching. So here I am once again at the end of the video, with the only difference being that I'm more tired than usual, and I kinda just told people to go watch a TV show about a girl that kills herself, so, you know, that's not something I do every day. Getting back to the usual though, if you liked my video, why not give it a like? If you didn't like it, why not give it a dislike? If you have any feedback or criticism for me, why not put it in the comment section below? I mean, I've had people tell me that they think my voice is whiny, that I'm basically the Tommy Wiseau of making review videos, that my titles are too clickbaity. I mean, I may not appreciate their words, but I appreciate their passion, you know? So don't be shy, you know? Say what you feel, right? If by any miracle you do like my video, then hey, why not subscribe? As I always say, if you thought I did well, why not subscribe and ring the bell? Or if you're looking for another method of being notified of when videos come up, why not follow me on my social media? As you can see on screen, I have a Twitter and a Facebook that you can add. Speaking of on the screen, if you look on the screen, you'll see the art done by Broken X Note. If you would maybe like to have some art done for yourself, I'll leave Broken X Note's information in the description so you can contact him. And last but not least, to do the whole new YouTube update thing of how you can end your videos, I can't really put the links and all that stuff I used to the way I liked. So I'm gonna try this new thing where you use the end screen or the whatever you call it. So right about now, you should see it popping up with the subscription button and my what if series and the last video I did. So yeah, why not check it out, guys? I hope to jump down the media rabbit hole with you guys again soon. Until next time.